Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Trash day ending with a pretty big boom in Bloomfield Township today. You will never guess what got tossed in the trash.
Her son was an innocent bystander when a gun went off inside a Macomb County home, with the bullet striking him in the head.
They didn't think he would make it this far. I mean, he really is a miracle.
Now his mother is opening up about his recovery and the drastic improvement he's now showing.
But we begin with breaking news just in from Inkster, where at least one person is shot and killed outside a restaurant.
Well, shots were fired at Moe's Fish and Chicken on Middle Belt between Michigan Avenue and Cherry Hill. Witnesses say the gunfire erupted while there were several customers lined up outside the restaurant.
It's just sad because it's just, if you can't come to Moe's, and just pick up your chicken without feeling like you could possibly get gunned down. It's crazy, you know? I mean, it's someplace you should be able to go and know, okay, with cameras everywhere, we're fine.
Police have not yet released any information about a suspect. We'll keep you updated with new information throughout the night on clickondetroit.com and tomorrow on Local 4 News Today, Saturday. Now to the latest with the coronavirus here in Michigan, with the state reporting 8,516 new cases, far more cases in one day than we've had thus far in the pandemic.
Today's numbers included 118 deaths, with 35 deaths coming in the past 24 hours. Today's headlines: President Trump addressed the country from the Rose Garden, his first public comments in 8 days. The president saying a vaccine from Pfizer will be widely available as soon as April.
The governors of California, Oregon, and Washington issuing a joint coronavirus travel advisory, urging people arriving to their states to self-quarantine for 14 days and asking residents to avoid all non-essential out-of-state trips. Now, right now on clickondetroit.com, we've got a new tool to help you make educated decisions about exposure. The tool calculates your risk of contracting COVID-19 based on current available data from each county, and you can find it right there right now on the home page. Tonight, a Macomb County mother is calling her son's recovery a miracle.
17-year-old Draven Owens was shot in the head inside a Roseville home back in September. Police call the shooting an accident and that Draven was hit after someone inside the home was playing with a gun. Our Larry Spruill spoke with his mother tonight. And Larry, how's the team doing?
Well, Kimberly, it's been a long road for 17-year-old Draven Owens, but his mother and his doctor say he is on the right road for a full recovery.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. How do you feel?
Good.
Good. You hanging in there?
Right now, a man of few words, but his mother, Anita Bobbitt, says his actions and his willpower speak volumes.
How is he doing?
He's doing really good. He's doing really good considering. He's a blessing and a miracle.
That's because he was shot in the head inside this home on Ivanhoe in Roseville back in September. Police charged 19-year-old Donovan Anthony Harbis after he accidentally shot Owens in the head during a small gathering.
I was in shock. I didn't believe it. Not my son. My faith is so strong. I mean, I just believe that he'll be here with us.
Owens is now in Grand Rapids recovering with his mom right beside him.
He starts off his morning around 8:30. He'll start off with occupational therapy, pretty much to help him regain independence, just basic daily life skills, getting dressed, brushing his teeth. I know we have a long road ahead of us and there will be a lot of outpatient therapy, but I'm ready. He's ready. He has a positive attitude.
And it's that attitude that is pushing him one day at a time.
Keep on. We're praying for you.
Thank you.
And I also asked his mother if she had anger towards the person who did this to her son. She says, no, not at all. She is not angry. She says that he is young and he made a mistake. We're live in Roseville tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Well, we wish him the best, Larry. I'm wondering, his mom mentioned a long road to recovery. Do we know how long his rehab will take?
Yeah, Kimberly, so if things continue to be on the up and up, his doctors say that he will leave Grand Rapids January 5th. He would then come home, but he still has a long road to recovery because then he will start his outpatient rehab. Kimberly?
Well, we wish him well. Larry, we appreciate it.
We went from 70 degrees to start the week to one of the coldest nights of the season so far.
Yeah, Andrew's in for Ben. Andrew, you're also tracking some showers this weekend.
That's right. Typical fall weather right here in Detroit and Southeast Michigan. Big changes this week, going from summer-like conditions to now fall-like or early winter-like conditions. We're looking at temperatures that get below freezing tonight. Fortunately, though, it remains dry, so no concern about any slippery weather as we go through tonight or even during the day on Saturday. But still, pretty cold out there with 34 degrees for our friends in Lapeer, 2 degrees above freezing also for Port Huron and Flint, 33, a little bit colder in Pontiac, while it's 34 right here in Detroit. We have temperatures in the 20s just to our west, even teens, 19 right now in Marquette. So temperatures will be dropping as the skies clear and cold air remains over us. We're looking at 34 right now. If it is a late night for you and you are going out, make sure you remember your masks as well as your coats and your hats to stay warm. It feels like 28 degrees if your skin is not protected. And overnight tonight, not only will it fall into the 20s just outside of Detroit, but throughout all of Southeast Michigan, it'll be at or below the freezing mark with a calm wind. Wouldn't be surprised with a little scattered frost when you wake up tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow afternoon, we'll talk about where temperatures go from there. They go a little bit higher on Sunday, but is there a chance of showers? I'll have an answer to that question, and we have a brand new tropical storm. All that in your 7-day forecast in minutes.
Okay, Andrew, an explosion in an Oakland County neighborhood damages a garbage truck, and it all had to do with what was thrown away on trash day. Mara McDonald live in the Seaholm High School parking lot. And Mara, that family, I guess, had no idea when they were cleaning out the garage. They were basically putting together an explosive.
Pretty much, Devin, and what they had in the trash can ended up forcing that garbage truck to quarantine right where I'm standing right now in the Seaholm High School parking lot so police and fire could figure out what kind of chemical cocktail they were dealing with as they shut down a good portion of Cranbrook Road. Let me show you. If you look at this mess and think something exploded, you'd be right. In this case, it was a garbage truck that picked up some items that never should have been in the trash.
The biggest thing is with chemicals of any nature is when you mix them, you never know what's going to happen. And that's unfortunately what happened today is when multiple chemicals are mixed together, we had some sort of reaction that happened, narrowly injuring 2 firefighters.
Turns out a homeowner unknowingly dumped all her teenager's chemicals he was using to make fireworks. And when it went into the garbage truck, it went kaboom, followed by fire. Garbage got blown all over the place.
There are things that are acceptable to throw out, and there are things that need to wait for hazardous waste disposal day. And fireworks would be among them. Also batteries, solvents, gasoline. None of this stuff should be thrown out.
Not knowing what they were dealing with initially, Bloomfield Township quarantined the truck in the Seaholm High School parking lot and got hazmat on scene to figure it out. Back here live, Chief Leroy tells me that Bloomfield Township has already had its hazardous waste disposal day, and they got a ton more stuff this year than they usually do. And in talking to GFL, they say they're picking up a whole lot more garbage than they usually do too. People are taking the opportunity during this pandemic to really clean house. We're live in Birmingham, well, technically the Birmingham-Bloomfield Township border. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
I love the precision. All right, Mara. Wow. Wild story.
A Wayne County judge has denied a request for an audit of the votes cast in Wayne County, which would have temporarily halted the election from being certified.
Republican poll workers and challengers had claimed they saw fraud and misconduct during the count at the TCF Center downtown. Well, today a judge called their interpretation of events incorrect and not credible. A lawsuit filed by the Trump campaign is still pending in a federal court in western Michigan. Meanwhile, today, NBC News called the last remaining states. Joe Biden, the winner in Georgia, President Trump, the winner in North Carolina. The recount, by the way, is already underway in Georgia. It brings Biden's Electoral College victory to 306 votes to 232. If that looks familiar, that tally is identical to the total from 4 years ago when President Trump defeated Hillary Clinton, though he lost the popular vote by nearly 3 million votes then.
A judge lowers the bond for two of the men charged in the alleged domestic terrorism plot against Governor Whitmer. Paul Ballar of Milford had his bond reduced from $500,000 to $75,000. Joseph Morrison of Munith saw his bond lowered from $10 million to $150,000. Both men are charged with felonies, including providing support for terrorist acts. Both are expected to post bond and be released. They'll have to wear GPS tethers.
Governor Whitmer moves to shut down the oil pipeline that runs through the Straits of Mackinac. The governor is revoking an easement that allowed Enbridge to pump millions of gallons of oil through the Straits every day. Governor Whitmer claims Enbridge has repeatedly violated the terms of that easement. Enbridge says that's not true and that the pipeline is safe. Enbridge will have to shut the pipeline down by May of 2021, barring some kind of change. The Grosse Ile Bridge is going to be closed for a lot longer than expected.
The bridge will remain closed until at least fall of 2021. It was originally expected to reopen next month, but we're told a routine check last week found piers supporting the bridge are severely eroded. That has to be fixed before the bridge can reopen. It's been closed since May. Still ahead, a fugitive on the run for nearly 50 years is arrested here in Michigan.
What happened inside a pharmacy that finally led to the arrest of a man wanted for murder?
Listen, I've dealt with you before, man. I just want to make sure. You. I'm not doing nothing with it, okay? Gosh, man, get out of the car now.
A traffic stop quickly turns tense. What happened about the officer finds a gun in the driver's car?
But first, he's charged with trying to rape a teenage girl near a local high school before she fought back with a taser. The long prison sentence he could face next.